Hey everybody, Prepper Nurse 1 here. Today is Thursday, the 23rd of December 2021. And I know it's going to be shocking to y'all, but we are back to overcast again. Surprisingly enough, I can't believe it, but it is true. Anybody that knows New York, we have in the wintertime, there's a lot of these type of days, very overcast. So I want to give a quick shout out really quickly, and I can't remember the commenter's name, but he had told me with these hydrants, he said if you have the hose continuously hooked up to it, it won't weep back down because the way the hydrant is set up, if I turn this water on, and I'll show you real quick, turn the water on, right? What happens when I turn it off, it weeps down so that the water does not freeze in the pipe. And what the viewer had said to me was, if you keep the hose hooked up to the hydrant, it can't weep back down, and you'll end up freezing it, and you'll end up having to have the hydrant replaced. So thank you for whoever said that. I do appreciate that advice. And so as you can see, I disconnected the hose, and so it is like that. So if I need to fill up my thing here, what I'll do is I'll just bring a hose out and I'll hook it up and we'll go from there. But so just I appreciate that advice, and just wanted to put that out there. And I do listen, guys. Sometimes people will say things and I go, you know what, that makes sense. So all right, so let's get into this video. Mass exodus out of New York State. From July of last year to July of this year, more than 319,000 people, which is equivalent to 1.6% of the population of New York State, moved out of New York State. I think you're going to see that trend continue when you see more and more and more tyrannical laws being put into place. And I'm going to give you an example of something in a minute. That is being done. The weather absolutely is a factor of why people would want to get out of New York State. And oh, look who's coming. Look who's coming. There she is. Hello there, little fluff ball. What you doing? What you doing? God, she's so soft. But anyway, high taxes. The gun laws suck in New York State. You can't protect yourself. If you live, here's a great example, guys. If you live in New York City on the island, all right, you are not allowed to have a pistol. Can't do it. You're not allowed to have a shotgun, any of those type of things. Not allowed. But it's amazing how many people are shot every day in New York City. Oh, that's right. I keep forgetting that criminals don't follow the gun laws. How silly of me. Come on. Going in? Yes, no, maybe? Mama? Yeah, a girl. Criminals do not follow the gun laws. They don't care. So the more of these ridiculous gun laws they make that hamstrings the average citizen, the criminal will continue to do what the criminal's going to do. But that's just one example, okay? It's very, very difficult to get a concealed carry pistol permit in New York State as well. It's just all of it. There's a lot of factors. Now I just saw, and now defrocked Governor Cuomo had signed it into law as part of the whole climate change thing, and we're not even going to get into that. But they are in the process of outlawing. There's a couple things they want to outlaw. And I want you guys to think about who benefits. That's one of the things. Whenever you see a law come into fruition, who is going to benefit from said law? Okay? So you have they want to get rid of fossil fuels, right? So they want to get rid of heating oil. They want to get rid of, I think it was heating oil, and it might have been propane as well, for heating homes. Oh yes, and also they want to ban wood stoves. All right, that's what they're trying to do because we got to save the environment. even though for thousands upon thousands of years, people all over the world are using wood as a way to heat their homes and to cook and all those type of things. Now, if they ban, now I want you to think about this. They ban wood stoves. Now, all of a sudden, nobody's allowed to have wood stoves. You're going to have to find some other alternative to heat your home, which benefits somebody else, one of these big businesses. It always comes down to, I'll be honest with you, whenever I see a lot of these climate change actions, who benefits from it? Big business always benefits from whatever the laws are being put into place and the control measures and the way that they're going to tell you how you can and cannot live your life. Huge part of it, absolutely huge part of it. So, something to think about, absolutely something to think about. So, very interesting. It is amazing to me how that works. But, it's just, people are tired of it, they're tired of the high taxes here in New York State. I think a lot of, and this is just an opinion piece, and I don't know the exact numbers, but let me rephrase that. I would not be surprised if the majority of those people that moved out of New York State were in the New York City area. And why do I say that? With everything that New York State did as far as the laws go, or New York City did with everything that was going on, people were like, I'm out of here. And that's what they did. I know a lot of people exited New York City. Some of them moved upstate into different parts of New York, but a majority of them just said the heck with it and got out of New York State altogether. Anybody young, I would encourage you to get out of this state. I will be joining you in that exodus come spring. I'm looking forward to getting out of here and not being in New York State anymore. I just can't wait, So, but we have been talking here, and I know that Becky had mentioned to me, she said, if they passed those laws that I had told you, those different bills, the assembly bills that are going to be voted on January 6th, Becky had said to me, she said, Ed, if they pass those bills and put them into law in New York State, she goes, I definitely want to move out of here. So if that is the case, if she says, yes, I want to move out of here, I will put this homestead up on the market. I will put it up for sale. And, I would very happily move down to West Virginia full time. Especially if all my family comes with me, that's even better. So we'll see how that all goes. But, that is part of what we're thinking at this point in time. So who knows? We'll see what happens. But, so that's where we're at with that part of the thing. But there has been a huge, it's the largest exit out of a state percentage-wise of any of the other states. Now, I know a lot of people have also left California. And it's funny, if you pay attention, why are people moving? Why are people getting out of there? More and more control by the government, more and more restrictions telling you how you can and cannot live your life, and people get sick of it. You can't say the weather in California because if you're down in certain parts of California, the weather's the same all the time. But definitely, I think that, like with New York State, the weather absolutely plays a big factor in why people are going to be leaving here and not wanting to be in New York State. So I do want to hear your guys' feedback on this. I want to hear what you have to say. What do you think some of the reasons, other ones that I have not mentioned, of course, why are people wanting to get out of New York State? Why there was such a mass exodus? Like I said, I think a lot of it, and I can't, I don't know what the numbers are for sure, but I think a lot of them were people in New York City, and when they put in those insane restrictions down there, that people had just had enough, and they got out of there. And I think that's what was happening at that point in time. So anyway, really quickly, I do want to mention my website, preppernurse1.com. We have the Prepper Nurse 1 community there, which is a resource that we set up for you guys to be able to connect with like-minded people. Also, we have that is free to join. You do have to register, but no credit card information is asked once for registering. Go and check out the message boards. Go try to find somebody in your state or your country, and you can hopefully connect with like-minded people. Also, we have the Forefathers, which is the CBD and hemp store, and so I would encourage you to take advantage of that as well. If you go to my website, prepreneurs1.com, you will see the Forefathers logo. You click on that, it will take you to their website. Once you were there at their website, if you decide to make a CBD or a hemp purchase, you can save yourself 15% on doing so. What else was I going to tell you? We also, on my website, we have the Legacy freeze-dried food, which is... if you go to my website, prepreneurs1.com, you click on store, it will drop down, you will see Legacy Foods. You click on that, it will take you to the store within the website. What we have available is there, so I would encourage you to take advantage of that. Again, 25-year shelf life, GMO free. It is the largest portion size of any of the other freeze-dried food companies, and so definitely take advantage of that as well. Again, guys, I hope everybody's doing well. I hope your week is winding down on a good note. Like I said, there's no wind today here at the homestead, so that is an absolute blessing. It is definitely cold. It's in the 20s, so it is definitely a cold day here at the homestead today. So that's why the puppies are not out in the run. We don't leave them. When it's cold, they're not out there very long, and they're back in the house, and they're grateful to be back in the house. So... we do that type of things. We get that taken care of. But anyway, chickens are out and they're hanging out, as you can see. They are a freaking trip. They are absolutely a trip. So much fun to watch and just, see what they're up to and what they're doing. But anyway, I am going to jump off of here for now. I definitely, like I said, I want to hear your feedback on this topic and hear what you guys have to say. Like I said, I've had my fill of New York State. I came back here. Okay, so I can tell you really quickly the story. Came back here at 27. I was living in North Carolina. Came back here at 27. There was 27 or 28. I don't know, something like that. I came back because there was some family issues going on that I needed to help address. And so I said, I'm going to be here for 6 months, and I'm out of here. Had the chance to go back to nursing school. Met my first wife, got married, got divorced. Met my second wife, got married, had a couple of kids. Next thing you know, I am now in my 50s. The years go by very, very quickly. When the kids were little, I had wanted to get out of here then. And my ex-wife was not down for that. So there's nobody to stop me from leaving now. So that's why I'm doing it. So anyway, guys, I am going to jump off here. Remember, we are all in this together. We are one race called the human race. And as soon as people can figure that out, we're going to be in much, much better shape. Also remember to hug and kiss the ones that you love. Tell them every single day, tomorrow is not guaranteed. We never know what's going to happen in life. So it's really important that we tell the people that we care about every single day how we feel. Last but not least, STD. Step, thing, and day. One step at a time, one thing at a time, and one day at a time. Whatever you are trying to accomplish, whatever you are trying to do, you can do it. The only person that can stop you from reaching your goals is you. That's it. Nobody else. Stay away from the negativity, and you're going to be just fine. All right. I hope everybody's doing fantastic. I will see you all later. Have a great day, and I will be doing a second video that will go up at 7. All right. So look for that. Prepper Nurse 1, out for now.